All right, guys. Welcome back. Let me just make sure everything is looking good and ready to go. I got the shutters down, so it's a little darker in here, but in a little bit, we could do a little bit of a walk around, and I could show you what the outside looks like if anyone's curious. Right now, we are currently in Sarande, Albania, so not at the home base, but at a, I guess it's not an Airbnb, but let's just call it an Airbnb. Yeah, so welcome. Today's April 1st, so right in time for the March recap. So we're going to recap March a little bit, and then we're going to dive right into what we want to plan for April a little bit to improve our trading and things we want to look out for as well in terms of the overall market. Q&A session as well at the end and just, throughout. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it. Sometimes I might hold off on answering some till the end if I'm, in a topic or something like that. Overall, it should be fairly quick, and I want to save as much possible time for a Q&A. I don't really see this going over 30, 45 minutes or something like that. Anything else? Oh yeah, since it's pretty much afternoon where I am, it's like 6 o'clock or something like that. I was thinking about it might be nice to do this with a nice refreshing beer. I picked myself up a nice Paulaner München Hell. So that's going to be quite exciting right here. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy, and then we'll get into the details. What I'm thinking is, well, I have a few things written out. So I guess first we're just going to go through some of the things we have written out here. Not looking too bad. Not looking bad at all. All right, this is already making things real nice. Let's go back here to the sharing screen. Oh yeah, FT's flush. Did you guys see that? That was a disaster. This is why I usually don't trade after 10:30. FT, this isn't a bankruptcy. This is an offering, secondary offering at $6.11 or something like that. $6.10, 5.7 shares. This is dilution. This is classic dilution. That's why a lot of these small caps, they just go in one direction and then they do a reverse split and then they keep going down. That's just how it goes. Nothing really new, nothing surprising, but nasty when you get stuck in it. And trust me, I've had my fair shares of getting stuck in tickers in halts. Today was a slow day, so really not much to talk about there. Let's actually start with the calendar because this is kind of exciting. In January, I only had one red day, but if we just zoom in here a little bit more to March, yeah, this is March. Overall, pretty nice month. We only had 3 red days. It looks like Thursday was one of my worst trading days here. We've had 2 red days here, but we had a nice big green day here. You can also see that I didn't trade that much for some reason. Here's a day over 20, but I need to pick up my trading. I've been not getting super aggressive, but we'll dive a little bit more into my thoughts here a little bit. Overall, I'm pretty stoked about this month. It is my best month day trading period, I think ever, actually. I'll have to look back to when I was like a full-time day trader, but I don't think I had any days over 14.5K. So let's quickly go to that. Today, this is the stats overall. It's March to the end of March. This is only the day trading account. I only had like 2 or 3 swing trades I closed, and they were all scratches. So it only brings it up to like 14.5 if I add my swing trades. It was my worst swing trading month. Actually, I don't know if it was my worst swing trading month. I might have had a red month, but it was a very inactive swing trading month. We're just holding on to pretty much just tickers at this point. Let me actually zoom out here a little bit. Can you guys still see that? I hope it's not too small. But here's a little bit better overview of my stats. We made $14.2 thousand day trading. Our profit margin, this is what we talked about last month, 56%. So that's okay. That's pretty good. Anything over 50% is really, really nice. So this is pretty good. A big increase from last month. In last month recap, we talked about this one a lot, this profit margin. So I'm not going to dive into it too much, but yeah, just know this is probably, I think this is one of my best day trading months. So let's actually start here. I think I'm jumping all over the place a little bit, but let's kind of start here with a little bit of an overview. I want to kind of give you guys a little synopsis of what's been going on. Okay, let's dive into it. So March recap I'll just read it because I kind of thought about this for a little bit, and these are kind of the bigger takeaways that I've really felt. In the last month recap, so February recap, we talked a lot about profit margins and how basically any month or day over 50% is really, really good. That's like saying, I made $2,000 in revenue, so I had $2,000 green trades or in total. But then let's say I had $1,000 worth of red trades and I walk away with $1,000. So that's a 50% profit margin. I find that pretty good for my trading style. For March, our profit margin is pretty good. Here we talked about 45.69. That's really good. And like, let's say a profit, like if you have no red trades that day, that's, for example, a 100% profit margin. So let me actually go ahead and fill this out. 45.69%. Actually, I don't know. Was that using some weird styling? I don't think so. So that's gotten pretty good. Not too shabby. Definitely better than last month's 26% profit margin. So last month was a really shaky time for me. February, I was losing a lot of money. Sometimes I would have I had multiple $2,000 red trades. I had big loss days that were way past my max stop. It was a shaky month for me. I mean, most of it is green, but for me, this was a shaky month. I obviously went into much detail on last month recap about why it was my shaky month, but this month we definitely tightened things up a little bit. But there was one big problem this month, one really big problem that if I can just somehow tweak and somehow just figure out how to get even just a little bit better, I think we are not far away from our next best month ever. So let me dive into that a little bit. So here we go. Something I've noticed has been going down is my risk reward ratio, aka average win, average loss over each other. Lately, it's been in the negative even. So my risk reward has been in the negative. That's really bad. I'm going for the right setups, but I'm taking my profits too quickly. So this is a spell error. Too long. That's not right. Too long. Too quickly. So I need to let my winners run. I need to let the best setups run longer and then keep closing the rest. So a lot of setups are setups that might not be good anymore, right? If you guys are on the live streams, you see them all the time where, there's maybe like the third, fourth, fifth pullback. It's extended. I don't think it's going to have a continuation and, it might be flushing. So I'll take profits very quickly. But for some reason on the second or the second pullback or an early runner, I'm still taking profits very quickly. So I need to stop taking profits really quickly on those good setups. I need to be able to identify what is the A+ setup, what's the really, really good setup, and let that one run longer. And then the rest, if it's not an A+ setup, I can still take profits quickly. Because I love taking profits quickly, it allows me to be very consistent. But the problem is I'm leaving so much money on the table. It's insane how much money I'm leaving on the table. But I'm still super green, so I can't complain. But I think I broke down all my stats, and this is by far the biggest red flag I've noticed. So there's a few things I want to do to help me get better at that. One, like I just said, is identifying the really good setups. I believe that are good setups based on my trading style, and let those run the longest, right? So if it's an A+ setup, let it run longer. If it's a B setup, a C setup, D setup, whatever, keep doing what I'm doing because it's working. All right, and then reducing stress and impulsive decisions by removing my P&L open from active trader during pre-market session. So if you guys saw that right here, P&L open is here. I always re-add it during the streams because I feel like without it, and the streams just, they're just not the same. And I think it's great for all of us. It's a little bit more stressful for me, but it's okay. I can trade on my second screen and not look at the P&L open here, and I do that sometimes. But pre-market, I hide P&L open. So what I actually do to make it really quick is when I open my TOS in the morning, I just click day trader, and then it opens the last day trader settings, which removes P&L open. And then once the stream goes live, I'll go back and add it again for you guys. So you probably notice sometimes it's missing. and that's why it's missing, because I'm trying to trade without it. Because when I trade without it, I'm not looking at the P&L open. I'm only looking at the price. I'm only at price action. I'm only looking at the charts. You know, what do the charts say? Okay, I'm down 10% a share. That's, or 10 cents a share. That's totally fine. That's my risk tolerance level. Should I be averaging down, right? Or, you know, I'm up 10 cents, I'm up 20 cents. Is this home run potential? Yes, it is. Actually, let me keep holding. Let me maybe buy into it a little bit more on the next pullback, right? Otherwise, I'll see $200-300 profit, and then I'll typically just close because I'm trying to lock in profits. So I think it's helping. I need definitely more time for it, but I think it's definitely helping. Let me quickly see if you guys are commenting. Oh yeah, there's actually a few comments here. Let me just catch up, and then I'll continue talking here. Plus, give me time to drink some beer. Yeah, red trades. Definitely review it. Reviewing is just so important. I oftentimes rewatch all of my recaps. I think I've watched each one over 5 times at this point. Obviously, the older it is, the more I've watched it. But going back, it's always really interesting. Roshan says you should add a feature where it shows the total for the month under the calendar. Yeah, that's a great idea, and I think we will do something like that. So Rashawn's saying there should be a total here for the month. That's pretty much what the stats page is kind of for. This kind of gives you that really good overview. Yes, that's not a bad idea to have some sort of month in the some P&L in the calendar as well. That's a valid point for sure. Yeah, Roshan, if you have any questions with the taxes, feel free to ask them. Also, ask them in the Discord too, because that way, you know, anyone, including myself, can answer around the clock, right? And I could even share it here for everyone as well. Heck yeah, 1AP Pro, man. Thanks a lot for that. Yeah, oh my God. It was that April last year. Or, yeah, April last year, I had strep throat. I couldn't speak. I couldn't eat for like 5 days. I was just in my biggest lull ever. I had 2 months where after 2 months, I was at break even. It was the most stressful time. It was also really annoying because I was in the 25K challenge account. So it's like, that was messing me up so much because I would have, you know, some trade opportunities, and then I ended up, you know, fumbling because, you know, I'm like, oh, this is my only trade today, and then, you know, I don't take profits, and then it dumps, and then I close for a small loss, and then it's just like, the small account challenge was difficult. It's successful. It just takes a long time. It works. It just takes a long time. But I think it's a great thing for everyone to start doing. Let me go here again to Rashawn. Just wanted to get your opinion on this thing I use, which helps so much for entry points. I don't use the sell points, but it helps so much. I sent it to you in the Discord. All right, nice. And if you guys are not in the Discord, don't forget to check it out. You can easily go to it by going to tradejournal.co/connect, which is that first link in the video description below. Let's see here. Anything else I'm missing? Yeah, Aaron, that's crazy. So this was your worst month, huh? Yeah, it's just like, you know, I don't know how similar our strategies are, but, you know, sometimes one day I look back and I'll have a red day and I'll be like, today should have been a green day. Like I was off by every trade by like just, you know, 1 second, or, you know, just doing one thing a little bit wrong. So it's stressful, but it's also very exciting to think, okay, well, you know, just doing a few tweaks can make a big difference. That's why in these recap videos lately, instead of going through each and every one trade and reviewing the trades like I used to a few months back, I just want to think about like, what's that one thing if like that we could just tweak just a little bit, you know, and sometimes all you need is a small change, and you could be making a lot more money. So that's what I want to be diving into here with you guys, which we have dived into, but I want to show you the stats behind it a little bit more as well. Frez, the book I really liked was, and you guys could see all of my books. Just go to, is it store or shop? It might be shop. Yeah, go to amazon.com shop/Alex Winkler. And I have all my books here. But the book I was referring to was the Candlestick Bible. Not this one. Oh my God, you know what? I don't even think I added it here. That's kind of ridiculous. Oh, you know what? I know why I didn't add it here. Because you can Google it and it's like free to PDF. It's the Candlestick Bible, Trading Bible, images, the Candlestick chart trading Bible. This one, the Candlestick Trading Bible. Just look for it. You'll find a PDF on this one online. This is the one. I have a PDF on my computer, and I'm just constantly reviewing this one. Oh, it looks like it's even on Amazon as well. But I'm not sure if this is the same one. I don't know. Whatever. But either way, it's the PDF with this Asian dude, this samurai looking man. Quickly with Roshan, and we'll get back to the stats. My question is, let's say I wanted to pay myself each week's sort of paycheck. Should I save 20% for taxes and take the rest? Yeah, that's a pretty straightforward question. I think that's a great question because that's more of a mentality question. Yeah, it's I would probably save 20-30%. You can calculate your effective tax rate and just save that. What I do is so you guys hear me talk about this app quite a lot, but the Yoda Savings Bank is an amazing place to put your savings. And what I do is every month I put like 20% roughly as well into my Yoda Savings Bank. And this is like a very great savings account. I think the interest rate was about 3.2% or something insane. Check out the breakdown video if you want to learn more. But basically, this bank is, I just put money into it all the time. You have the chance to win $10 million with your lottery tickets that you get. I think you get like one lottery ticket for every $25 you put in there. I don't know if they changed anything since. But yeah, and then at the end of the year, I'm going to take all my money out of this account. Well, not all of it, but I'm going to use the money in this Yoda savings account to pay for taxes. That way, the money's kind of not just sitting there, but it's also appreciating a little bit with some fun chance to make, $10 million. But if you guys are interested in Yoda Bank, check out, use the code Winkler, WINKLER, and you get 100 free bonus tickets. Yeah, so that's a little thing that I've been kind of talking about every now and then on the side. I have a big breakdown video on it, but a great question. Yeah, definitely put money aside, because trust me, that tax bill is going to be terrifying. Like when you're a day trader or self-employed or whatever, you have your own business, like you're supposed to pay taxes quarterly, but you don't have to, and a lot of people don't. And then at the next year around April, all of a sudden you send like a 10, 20, 30, $50,000 check to the IRS, and you better have that money or else you're going to be in a big deficit. Like, holy moly. I mean, there was years where I was like, I got to send how much money to the IRS, but if you're employed, then you don't see that because it gets taken out of your paycheck, right? So it's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's keep going to the stats. Yeah, but good question. Let's zoom out here a little bit. Hopefully you guys still see it. I could zoom in a little bit, maybe more. If I zoom in too much, then my I kind of want all three rows. But actually, you know what? The main row, I could do it like this. Plus the main row I want to be talking about here is actually this row right here, the average win, average loss. So right now, this is what's so traumatizing. Back here, you see we were talking about is my risk-reward ratio going down. It's getting worse and worse and worse. And that's because I think I'm getting like a little bit too nervous. I'm getting too hesitant. I'm just taking my profits too quickly. And like I was saying before, that first pullback, that second pullback, that, first runner, and it's still on the, way to the upside. I need to be holding those longer because I'll be closing for like 2% profit, but it has a 15% move. So I'm not getting the meat of the move anymore. I'm not even getting like a reasonable amount, right? Like 2% is great. Sometimes all I'm looking for is a 1.5 1.5% or something like that. I'm looking for a small move. Even though it has potential, let's say for a 3, 4, 5% move, I'll still take my profits quickly. I'm totally fine with that. I don't want to change those trades. But there's a lot of trades. Early morning, lately it was pre-market, or no, in the past it was pre-market. Lately, in terms of last week, it hasn't been so much pre-market, but you know, you get like these nice moves. And actually, I think FTFT is a good example. Let me go to FTFT quickly. Yeah, so FTFT pre-market, look at this. I had 5 or 4 or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 red trades in a row on this ticker. Oh God, I was so bad on FTFT today. But look at this. So here's a really good example. So we have a nice move to the upside, 12% here, right? We have a pullback. We have another move here, 5%. We have a little pullback. We have a 3% move, but a total of around 7% move. So this is like the first pullback. This is the second major pullback. I don't know, third maybe pullback here, fourth, fifth. I don't know. It's 6 pullback. It's hard to say exactly like how you want to classify them. Are you only counting the big pullbacks like 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't know. What are you doing? It doesn't matter. But my point is, if it's still early on, you kind of want to hold it a little bit longer. There's been so many times where, you know, I'll trade like the second pullback. Let's say this is the second pullback, and I'll sell right here, and I'll take my 1.5% profit. That's totally fine to do once we're at big resistance like here, and once we are starting to trend to the downside. Then you can take these quick little scalp moves. That's totally fine because, you know, it's riskier, right? Because sometimes you want to do a quick pullback and then you want to just take your profits because you're scared of the flush, right? Or you want to avoid the flush. But when you're still really early on, I really got to practice holding those, because I think if I change that one thing, I think I can go from a 14K month to a 30K month with that alone. Guaranteed. Like I'm 100% certain of it. Well, if you're 100% certain about anything, you never want to be 100% certain about anything. But I know like that is one of the big things I'm lacking, and it's not like something that I've just thought of last hour. It's something I've noticed for, you know, months, and I think I've gotten to the point in my trading career where I think that tweak would result in the biggest change. That's why I kind of wanted to make that a focal point. So I was thinking, okay, well, this month, which is my best trading month ever in terms of profit. Actually, it's a pretty good month as well for my total winners. I have a 70% success ratio. That's pretty legit. But my average win here, 1.6%, average loss, 1.8%. So I have a negative risk-reward ratio, which is bad. It's really bad. And then I was like, well, what's my negative risk-reward ratio for, let's say, like roughly the last year? And I did from the 7th to the 3rd of this month, so like this whole month. And the reason I did the 7th is because on in June, so that was the 6th, June 15th or something like that, I switched to the unlimited account from the 25K challenge account. So that's kind of when these stats become a little bit more important. Scrolling down here, this is really funny. I had an exactly perfect 2% to negative 2% risk reward. So that's not that great either. So this has always been a problem for me. But the fact that, you know, this month was even negative is really bad. If I can get this to, let's say, I don't know, 2.10 over negative 2 or something like that, that's going to have a massive effect on my bottom line. So just a little tweak in this area, I know for a fact can yield some big dividends. Let me quickly see what you guys are saying and what you guys think about this. A lot of comments here. Let's check, Roshan. I'm going to check the Discord now. Let's see. Did you send it? Oh, there you are. Okay. Let me take a screenshot. Let me read it here. So there's this indicator Roshan just sent me on Discord. It looks like this. I don't know what indicator it is. If you could write in the chat room what indicator is, it looks like it says buy and then it says sell. The problem, yeah, here it's tough because it says buy somewhere here and then it sells somewhere here. So this is a tough one. This buy was really good. These candles you got going are called the Hisanaki. What are the candles called? I keep forgetting the name. I don't use them. That's why I keep forgetting them. The Heikinashi candles. These are the ones that you're using right here. I'm not the biggest fan of them because I don't have the full detail in my what I like about candles is, they're black and white. They make sense. These, there's a few more, they include volume, they include trends. It's a little bit more going on. I always like to keep things very, simple. K.I.S.S is the principle I live by. Keep it simple, stupid. But I don't know. I can't really comment on these. It's tough. To me, what's better than anything, I feel like, is just simple price action. If you could just learn to read price action, I think that's the way to go, because there's going to be some really nice pullbacks happening in here on the way to the upside that you could be jumping in on if you understand how the price is moving. Let's say there's a big breakout here, right? And then there's a little bit of a sell-off, and the sell-off has really light sell volume, for example. That's going to be a really, really nice A+ setup. If it's, making new highs and there's even support here, this could be, that beautiful, beautiful setup. While, let me just, this would be the really nice setup. And then boom, there's big volume again on the breakout, right? This is looking really hectic. But, to me, I like to learn price action, volume, and just really simple chart candles. So I don't know. I can't really comment on this indicator that you're using, but like I said, try to keep it simple. I think that's one of the biggest things. Like when I first started trading, I think my biggest problem when I first started trading, I was listening to everybody. I was following so many different traders. I would never make my own watch list. I didn't know why I was trading, what I was trading, and it took me quite a long time to start, being like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start just, improving it every day and just tweaking my own strategy. And that's when I became profitable. Otherwise, you're just always you have no idea what you're doing. You're just like a sheep in a herd and just following other people, and it's a stressful place to be. And the problem is, not a lot of people say that because everyone's trying to sell you a course, or I get on Instagram and my email, I get so many people asking me Alex, do you sell signals? Do you sell a subscription to a stock service or something like that? And I freaking should. I'd probably make a bunch of money, but it's not really what I want in my life. I want to become a really good stock trader. I really enjoy trading, so that's where I want to put my focus in. But a lot of people are so used to just following other people's alerts and whatnot, and it's a very dangerous thing, because a lot of these gurus, they might actually have good knowledge, and they might actually make you a better trader, but at the same time they're trying to keep you hooked on their subscription or something like that. So it's a little bit of a dangerous world here with the stock trading. I think there's probably some subscriptions that make a lot of sense, especially I had two friends that I know were subscribed to different one was subscribed to Motley Fool, and one was subscribed to some Baron or something like that, and they were getting some really good insights on companies for long-term investing, and I think that's pretty good. I think you could learn a lot of stuff from that, but I think for day trading alerts, you don't need that. You really don't need that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Roshan, I think at the end of the day, whatever works for you. If you got a winning strategy, and it's this indicator that I don't fully understand, keep using it. Keep using it, keep milking the heck out of it. I will never tell someone to stop doing what they're doing if it's working, I'm sure there's many things I should probably stop doing, like closing my trades too soon, but just, if it's working for you, keep milking it. That's always number one. All right, what else is going on here? March forecast. So what do I want to see going forward here? Let me zoom in again. Value plays, Ooh, one second, I gotta like burping a little bit here. All the beers are coming up. March forecast: value plays such as SPACs and EVs have been suppressed. Like they're so far down, and then now we have news coming out with this $2.3 trillion kind of infrastructure revival plan that has a huge focus on EVs and renewable energy. So this is huge for this sector. So I really think it could be bottoming out, and there's a big bottom bounce coming in the next 4 weeks or so. I would definitely not bet against that. I would not bet against the fact that there's going to be a big bottom bounce on EVs, on renewable energy plays that have been extremely suppressed in the last 4 to 6 weeks. Definitely, I would not bet against that. I think NFTs have been hot. But the tickers are definitely slowing down. We may see a really nice dead cat bounce or longer consolidation before further rallies in the next few weeks ahead. I think NFTs would be worth accumulating here. I don't think they're going to be disappearing anytime soon. Even if it is a bit of a fad, I think NFTs as a concept are probably here to stay for a bit. Swing trade portfolio, this is a big thing, fully allocated. So I need to go long in my day trading account. And this is something that I've been really sticky about, because I don't like swing trading my day trading account. I always advise against it. The problem is there's so many good opportunities right now of suppressed stocks that especially NFTs even, that I want to go a little bit more aggressive on. I just can't because my swing trade portfolio is allocated. The thing is, my day trading portfolio is a massive amount of cash that I only use a small fraction of it. So I think as long as I don't use enough cash where I go below, let's say $25,000, if I lose all my swing trades, for example, I probably would accumulate a little bit. And I'll just finish reading this. I'd consider it again as I have free cash available, like I just said. I really just don't like mixing up day trading and swing trading. It's just it's like clutter. It's like having a messy desk. In my opinion, messing up your two accounts is not nice. I do have, now I'm being kind of hypocritical right now, I do have 4 limit orders to buy in my day trading account. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of this, but I do. I did just sell, though, in my IRA account. I sold Playboy. So Playboy, now I have cash available to buy some more stocks. Oh my God. And I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm a little bit bummed out. I've been holding Playboy for a really long time. We've been holding it since it was at $10.39. Today, I was like, okay, you know what? We're getting a little top here. There's no volume. Literally, when I sold this today, there was no volume. And I sold it here at 20.43 or something like that. And why? Why does it go up now 22%? The biggest day ever right when I sell. You don't want to overmanage your swing trades, but in the past, it's proven to be very good when a ticker has low volume to sell it. For example, Hillian, this ticker we bought here roughly, when was this? At 17, and then it had this so many fake out breakouts here, and none of them really worked. Then we had this last big move here, and it didn't really hold its highs well. And I said, and then it was spiking up again with no volume. Look at this, like no volume. And I said, you know what? I'm out of this one. Screw Hillian. This is looking bad. And I sold here near the highs, and then it sold off. Now it's down over 55%. So I did good there. But PLBY, oh my God. Oh, this is so painful. I'm not gonna lie. This for some reason, this bothers me so much. 26%, I'm gonna take a sip of beer. And the worst part is, today I was saying, it's in a nice uptrend. We got a high here, we have a low here, we have a higher high, we have a lower, a higher low. So higher high, higher lows. That's a bullish sign. It means there's a nice base forming. Like, I thought it was probably going to break 22 at one point, but I also thought, maybe we're going to have another pullback here to 17, and I was going to accumulate again. Oh my God. I don't know, whatever. In the end of the day, this was a small position size. I didn't lose, but I missed out on, let's say, $500 profit roughly. whatever. It's not like an amount that's like, you know, gonna change anything, but at the same time, it's like one of those moments where you just feel like the market is against you. And I could rant about this all day, so I'm gonna stop talking about it now. But that you know what? I'm gonna have another sip of beer because that is just so depressing. At least I can share my pain sometimes with you guys. All right, don't forget, guys, if you do enjoy the content, drop a like. It's the easiest way to support the channel. I really do appreciate it. So, okay, we did a little bit of March forecasting. Let me talk a little bit here about my day swing trading. Swing trading account is still taking a big hit. You guys know that. It's not really taking a hit. It's just been like it's just been consolidating. There wasn't a lot of action. Today, the Nasdaq's up 1.6%, so that's looking really good. Overall, I'm quite confident in our holdings besides XL. You guys know I'm not a big fan of XL, and it's my biggest loser. I do, but okay, and here's another reason why I think I closed. I think this is a big reason why I closed PLBY today. I need to manage my account a bit more aggressively. If I'm up over 20%, I really need a good reason to keep holding. Happens a lot, and I'm not kidding. It happens so much. Like way more than should ever really be the case, where I'm up 20, 30%, sometimes 50%, sometimes more than that, and then the stock crashes and, you know, I take small profits or I even take close for a red. It happens so much. So I think today I was having a little bit of like, I'm going to close this one because I know tomorrow it's going to be down again, because it's been kind of that, you know, that lately in the growth sector. Holding then a negative trade, and then I could have closed out and bought back, blah, blah, blah. That's what I just said. That's the point of this. So, you know, at the end of the day, the point of a swing trading account in a Roth IRA portfolio is so you can aggressively manage your account without paying taxes. So why am I not taking my profits and then buying back and then, you know, redoing it? In the end of the day, it's hard to predict the market. And like with swing trading, it's, you know, it plays evil tricks on you all the time. I like day trading because it's like I'm not trying to predict anything. Like day trading, there's good setups and there's bad setups. And good setups mean there's good risk reward. And when you see a good setup, you take it and you try to ride it as long as possible until the risk reward is no longer that great. Like a lot of people, especially that, you know, don't know anything about day trading, which is totally fine. Like, I don't know a lot about many things. So like, who am I to, you know, start commenting on stuff? But like pretty much the default mode for everyone that, you know, you talk to that's not a day trader is like, oh, like you're trying to predict stuff. Like, you know, they think you're trying to be Warren Buffett or something like that. It's absolutely not the case. Like, it's like I love when I talk to like poker players that are pretty good, because it's the same thing. Like, you're not really trying to, you know, predict anything or have like great luck or anything like that. What poker players are looking for, good poker players, is expected value. Basically, on every hand, there's an expected value. There's like a certain amount of upside and a certain amount of downside. And as long as your expected value is positive, then you play the hand, right? Like a good poker player, it's like, it's very straightforward. You can be extremely unemotional about things. Obviously, there's always emotions involved, right? And there's, you know, human error, but like, they get it. It's like, you know, okay, this setup has 1 to 3, like one, you know, let's say 10% downside, 30% upside or something, right? That's 1 to 3 risk reward, right? It's that simple. So, okay, that's a setup I should take. If I take this setup 100 times, I'm going to end green. If the setup, you know, is 2 risk and 1 reward, then if you do that, you know, 100 times, you're going to be in the red. So day trading is just, it's very like calculated, right? So the more you trade, technically, the more you should make, as long as you're trading good setups, you're not trading sloppy setups. You know, there's a lot of human error where you start looking at the charts all day, nothing's happening. You start taking, you know, C, B setups, and then you start losing money because you start seeing stuff. And, you know, what I was talking about today that's so big here is identifying the really good setups, the 1 to 3 risk reward setups, especially the front side setups, and then letting them run longer, right? Letting them run to that 1 to 3 risk reward. You know, I have these 1 to 3 risk reward setups, sometimes 1 to 5 risk reward setups, and I'm closing them at 1 to 1. I'm closing them, the second I'm up a little bit, when I should be letting them run at least to 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk reward, right? So that's where my mistake is coming in today. I hope that makes sense. If you're totally new to trading, it probably won't make a lot of sense. And the best thing I could probably say is go here to the Foundation video series. It's totally free. And in 1 to 2 hours, you'll be caught up with a lot of the stuff that we do here on the live stream. So I definitely check that out. And yeah, and drop the like. No, check this out. And there was something else I was going to say. And I don't know. Freaking just check it out, right? Yeah, heck yeah. Red approves. That's exactly it. Yep. That's it. It's all about expected values. It's all about just like you having winning hands and then playing the winning hands. And when you have a bad hand, you fold. You don't play a bad hand for no reason, right? And that's I think where day trading gets like dangerous for certain people, especially new people, because you just start playing any hand, right? And then you start getting in revenge mode, and you're just like, I'm going all in on this, horrible setup because I just lost money, and like that's when day trading turns into just a game, right? And like it has no meaning. But like anyone that does day trading professionally, like a lot of people on this channel and in this community, I mean, we all understand that it's I don't know. It's not like a random game, and it's you could just be very calculated about it, and you could make it as boring as you want. But the more boring you trade, probably the more consistently profitable you're going to be. I mean, I'm a pretty boring trader, probably. Like I'm not jumping into stuff left and right. I mean, Ross Cameron's way more aggressive than I am, but I'm getting there. Like I'm getting more and more aggressive. But like I don't see any rush. Like I'm gonna keep doing this for so many years. So why would I be rushing around things right now? Especially when we're already up $14,000 for the month. I mean, I really can't complain about that. Let me refresh this here a little bit. So I'm pretty stoked. Yeah, Ross also loses 200,000 in a single trade. Well, that's because his position size is so high. We got sunset coming up here in a little bit. Before we go and check out the sunset together, let me quickly go here to my swing trade portfolio, let's go to this one. So swing trading overall, we are up around $10,000, pretty nice. Swing trading for this month was, wait, this is also $10,000. No, wait, that's not true. Hold on. I got these things wrong. Swing trading last year, I was up $10,000. Swing trading since July, since July last year, I'm up $16,000. So I added a lot of money this year so far to my swing trading. So that's really good. Our swing trading position size is really small. Like $3,000 is our average position size for swing trading. So that's really, really small amount. So that's the dollar value, and this is the share value. What else was I just about to say? And then this month, I almost made zero money swing trading. But overall, it's like our swing trading. Oh my God, at Playboy's at $25. You gotta be kidding me! It's such a pain in the butt, honestly. Seriously, goes up 25%. I've been waiting this for months. We bought it here in this area. That's, are you kidding me? I don't know. That's like 27 weeks. No, that's not 27 weeks. Let me go to the, why do I keep clicking on the wrong thing? We bought it here. Can I not click on the daily? Oh my God, I was just getting really bothered. 60 days. 60 days. I was holding PLBY for 60 days waiting for a 20% move. Today I decided to close it and it has that move. So stressful. No, Ross Cameron's legit. You should definitely believe him. I don't go live pre-market because I need some time off. Streaming is, there's a lot to think about, and I enjoy a little bit of downtime. But yeah, so for our IRA account, it's pretty much always going to be in the red, no matter what. Right now we're down $4,000 in the IRA account, which is totally fine. I mean, you guys see the stats. And the reason the stats are green, but the actual is red, is because, today, for example, we were up, what was it, $1,300 on Playboy, and we closed it, right? So since we closed it, we went from like pretty much negative 2,000 to negative 4,000, or like 2.5 to negative 4,000, right? So it's kind of like we're just closing out the winners, we're averaging into the losers, and sometimes we close losers as well. Like we're going to close XL, that's going to be a loser for sure. But ultimately, this is typically always going to be, you're just closing your winners more than not. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys that I love swing trading. It's a great kind of second income stream. It's just a little bit more chill and relaxed. And sometimes you have a month where you make only $300, and sometimes you have a month like technically this month right now I closed out Playboy, so technically I made already $1,000 something swing trading. So swing trading it's this great thing to have on the side, but it takes a little bit of time. All right, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Well, I'll come back here in a second, but I want to show you guys a little bit of the outside. Heck yeah, Ben. Ben says, very inspiring with your K.I.S.S strategy. No indicators, no pumps, no fancy scanners, just milking it. That's it, man. Like K.I.S.S, keep it simple, stupid, That's really what it's all about. Let me see here if the phone works. Okay, phone works. I'm going to go take a little video outside with you guys, and then we will come back and do some more Q&A. So right now we're at the Airbnb. We're not the Airbnb, but we're in an apartment in Albania. I don't necessarily live here or anything. If you guys are wondering, this is not my house. I have the oven open because it's heating the apartment. It's so cold today. We got a really nice. I just got these new khakis. They're so cool. Docker khakis. I love them. Oh. This one. Okay. Well, it's still on. For some reason, my screen just turned off, but I guess it's still on. Hold on 1 second. This is a little hectic here. I guess the screen just turns off sometimes. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. My beer is still here, though, right? You guys see everything? You guys hear me? You guys see everything fine? Let me just make sure everything looks right. So yeah, this is Albania. So we're in Sarande right now, which is like South Albania, and that's Corfu. That's Greece over there, and that was our original destination, but we ran into some troubles at the border, and that's that. The restaurants are open here though, so there's a lot of eating potential for sure. But it's nice out here. It's a nice place to have a beer after trading. All right. Coming back. Ben says laggy. Okay, well, let's go ahead and we'll just switch back anyway. I just wanted to show you guys the nice sunset because I don't know, it's nice. It's really nice. Everything's, woo-hoo. I just looked right into the sun. I just went blinded for a second. Okay, well, we're back. Let's see here. BG is wondering what % of your trading is split between pre-market and post-market. I would say lately a lot has been pre-market. We're gonna have stats on that actually coming out really soon. So I can't really answer that question perfectly. I can't put a number behind it. I would argue most of my trading is probably from 7 to 8, and then it goes down from 8 to 9, and then 9 to 10. My trading, I've seen it before. volume wise, and it's pretty much like this, like 7. Maybe I can do this better, like on a picture or something like that. Let me take a screenshot here of a black screen. So this is pretty much my trading. So like, if we had a chart here, and this is like 7, 8, 9, 10, and this is like, and this is obviously AM, right? And then this is, I don't know, this is profitability actually. And it's in like profitability and volume is kind of like, it's similar, like the number, actually maybe I do this, like number of trades I have kind of sometimes goes hand in hand. So I do most of my trades from 7 to 8, and then I do, you know, quite a bit of trades from 8 to 9, and then 9 to 10, not so much, and then even, you know, 10 to 11, even less. So this is kind of like how my the amount of trades. So I make the most money usually right from 7 to 8. I'm also not streaming. I start streaming like here, and streaming, you know, can be very distracting. So sometimes I'll be answering questions or something, and then, you know, I end up missing a trade or something like that. So this is stream EAM. Well, you guys get the point. That's the stream start. And then I stream till what, 10? No, we stream till 11. So it's like here. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to have stats. We're going to have more charts with more stats coming out in April, end of April. We're going to start working on them like next week. Thanks, Roshan, man. That's a really nice comment. Roshan says, never watched a better trader. Dang. Well, you know, I think Ross probably is a better trader, but hopefully we'll get up there at one point. But, you know, I do appreciate the kind words. Let's see here. What else? What's my advice on using margin? I don't know. If you don't need to, don't. And if you do need to, probably don't as well. I never use margin ever, period. Technically, if I go short, you're using margin, but I never use leverage, let's say. I never trade with more money than I have. I think I would at one point going down the road, because I have experience that allows me to potentially do that. But if you're a new trader, the last thing you want to ever use is leverage, period, because that will mess you up. When you're a new trader, it's not about making money. It's how long can you go without blowing an account up. And once you go long enough, once you go a certain point, you get it. You learn how to trade, and then you can start using leverage very carefully. But you have to get over, like, I would say like a 4 to 8 month long learning period, maybe just 6 months. I don't know. It could be 3 months. Everyone's different. But give yourself time, you know, keep your day job, so to say, and, you know, give yourself some time. Heck yeah, Roshan. Yeah, I mean, I plan to keep doing this for a really long time. I think the only thing with YouTube that, you know, like streaming, that can be issues is, like, let's say I want to go to, like, on a long trip or something like that. Well, I'm always on a long trip, but let's say I want to go on a trip without, you know, internet potential, right? Then this streaming part requires a certain amount of setup. I mean, you guys see my setup. It's freaking massive. So everywhere I go, I'm freaking lugging around this setup, which I gotta say is very portable. I built the perfect portable setup. I think I'm so proud of it. Like there was years where I always felt like I was lacking something when I went on vacation, or I don't go on vacation, but let's just say working abroad. I got my 4 screens. I got this freaking laptop that kicks butt. I got an external, well, you guys know it. Like I don't have to review it, but like everything works well, and I can put it all in one backpack, which is insane. And trust me, I did a long time of picking out the right parts that would allow me to do this. So having the right setup is really big. But at the end of the day, I have to have a big setup. So what if I want to go camping for 2 weeks or something like that? But I think a lot of people, everyone that's been on the community for several months pretty much just says, Alex, do what you need to do. If you need to go away for a month or something, if you need to, not trade Fridays, like do it. We still appreciate what you do. So if I need to go away for a bit, I think it's gonna be fine. I don't really want to go away right now though. My energy's coming back. My chest pains are going away. I'm pretty stoked. Like I want to start doing more again. But yeah, the big problem was all the traveling. Trust me, like trading wasn't causing my stress. I think the stress was really coming from all the traveling I was doing, and it wasn't exactly my will. So let's just say that. What factors do I rely on for dip trading? Well, I don't want to dip trade a stock flushing. I like dip trading a ticker that's typically more of a slow mover. I like dip trading, if I dip trade a flush, then I'm not going to dip trade usually the flush. I'm going to dip trade the second candle. I like to dip trade. If a ticker's on the back side, I like to dip trade closer to bigger support instead of just, random dips. And when I dip trade, I take my profits very fast. I'm not even looking really for much of a base hit. I like dip trading, you want to be careful because, it's a negative risk reward setup. You're trying to make 1.5, 2, 3%, but you're risking 5-6%. If you understand that, that's the first thing. And then once you understand that, you realize that you got to take profits quickly. Just understand you're like, it's a dangerous game, dip trading, but it can be dip trading is one of my best strategies. So it works. It's just, you have to know it's risky. You can't be dip trading, hoping for a reversal and looking for a home run trade. It happens, but if that's your plan, you're going to be losing a lot of money. And it's just going to be painful, really. It's just going to be a really painful experience. I'm out of beer, guys. I think that means we have to wrap up. Sweet. You guys have asked some really good questions today. Awesome stuff. Again, the biggest thing here, I think that I really want to stress is the fact that what I'm looking for is to get better with my identifying the good setups and letting them run longer. And one thing I did to help that as well is remove my P&L open for the active trader. So yeah, sweet guys. I think we're gonna wrap up there. Let's do one more look here on Playboy so we could just cry a little bit. It went down a little bit. That's nice to see. That is so painful. That is just so painful. Nice. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I also really do appreciate all the community. I feel like, you always hear those people say I couldn't have done it without you guys, yada, yada. But honestly, getting streaming every day and, learning from you guys as well, it has been a massive part of my trading education. And, yeah, it's been really good. And that's why I feel like I like giving back as much as possible, because I'm learning from you guys as well. And you're also making me, holding me accountable, right? It's really important. You guys are my accountability partners. I mean, I think Ross is real. I think, I mean, he shares a lot. I think at the end of the day, though, he does sell a course, and that's like sometimes working against him, though. But I don't know. I have nothing bad to say against him. I've learned so much from him. He has so much free content out there. I think he's a great guy, honestly. Then again, I don't know him personally, but I could not talk ill of Ross. No way. What are my thoughts on FTFT possibly pushing back during power hour? There's no way. It has a direct offering. FTFT is dead. Maybe it's going to have a bottom bounce, but I wouldn't touch FTFT with a 10-foot pole. No way. I don't know. It could take a long time as well for it to come back. I mean, it had an offering, guys. Like it just diluted its stock. It's no longer valued at what it previously was valued at. Yep. Red approves, says it right. Stay safe and have a long, fun weekend. Heck yeah. I'm going to crack another beer soon. Tomorrow's going to be a full-on beach day. I cannot wait. I'm about to get my tan on. Thanks, BG. I appreciate that. I never really thought of myself too much as a teacher, but I guess so. I guess we're all probably teachers. You know, at one point, you know, you learn by teaching. So I think we're all teachers, right? Because we're all trying to learn, and helping other people is the best way to do that. Yeah, ACY, no joke, huh? ACY just flying here. I'm not gonna lie, ACY gave me a lot of FOMO today. Like literally, we end the stream and then we get the runner. Oh, I was so bummed out. I was almost about to trade it, but then I was working on recapping the live stream, and I don't know, I didn't get to it. Oh my God, Roshan, it's the worst thing. I hate that question. I just say I'm a day trader. I just trade stocks. Actually, I don't say day trading. No, I do say day trading. Yeah, I say I trade stocks, and I make sure I say stocks specifically because everyone is a crypto trader nowadays, and like I hate getting put into that category of like, oh, like you're dabble with crypto. I hate it. It's exhausting. So dinner parties, I'm a day trader. Period. I don't even say YouTube. I never mention YouTube. I never mention anything else. I just say I trade stocks. It's not that I'm ashamed of YouTube or anything. Actually, I love our community. I'm super proud of our community. But at the same time, like, I'll tell you about our community if you're into stocks and you like trading and you want to learn more. Then I'm like, yeah, check out, the streams. Join us on the streams. But like, unless you're interested, I never talk about YouTube. Yeah, potentially, Aaron. Who knows? Hmm. Uh, I'm not the perfect. I'm not the one to talk or ask about for options. I just don't. I don't do options too much. Actually, I don't do options at all. I have done options in the past, but it's been years. Yeah, Roshan. That, yeah. I work from 7 to 8. No, I mean technically I work at least 5 hours a day. Like on the shortest day, I work 5 hours. But usually I'm working, starting at like 7 a.m. and I'll stop work at 6 to 7 p.m. I'm usually working very long hours. That's not necessarily my longest day, but that's like an average day because I work on Trade Journal like pretty much all of my free time. And then, I'm answering YouTube questions. I'm in the Discord. I want to be more in the Discord. There's so much I have to do every day. Yeah, Jason, I know. I honestly know. Like saying you're a trader is almost annoying, because people just don't get it. Like people don't know what that is. Like people think that's like you saying you're a gambler or something like that. It's just annoying. So yeah, investor's good too, but like I'm not an investor, so I don't want to lie about it. I'm a day trader. Uh, I invest as well, but investing is not my income. Like investing is you know 5, 10, 20 years from now kind of returns. I don't trade options because there's no real good reason besides the grass is always greener on the other side. Like, I think I could make a lot of money with options, but I think I could make a lot of money day trading small caps pre-market and at the market open, And I've been doing the latter longer, and I'm good at it. I think I would have to get into options first. I would have to go through like another 2 months learning period, maybe who knows longer. I would have to get my flow together on options. I don't think I think anyone could do it. But with the market, with derivatives, with there's so many different things. Like the grass is always greener on the other side. So just stick to one thing, make it profitable, and if you want, add another thing to it at one point, but just don't get overwhelmed. Like the financial markets are massive, and if you're always trying to do something else, you're just constantly going to be chasing. It's just like being a new trader and listening to too many people and not having your own strategy. It's the same thing. Yeah, definitely. We're out of the pattern day trader rule. What I think about the MACD and RSI, I think there's a time and place for the MACD and RSI. You have to know how to use them. RSI, divergence, MACD, more for ranging. For day trading, there's no place for them in my eyes, but more of a swing trading kind of more indicator. I leave like 20-30% roughly for taxes. I leave a lot in for account growth. I really try not to take money out for like other activities. Um, my life expenses are very low. Like my monthly expenses are, just shy. Like they're south of 3,000 a month. It sounds like a lot, but for for the life I live, 3,000 a month is a very small amount. Like that's with insurance, that's with healthcare, um, that's with rent, that's with food, that's with travel, and we travel a lot. Like that's with like buying a surfboard whenever I want. That's like I'm about average 3,000 a month, so I don't need that much money. And like if I made $1 million tomorrow, my lifestyle wouldn't change at all. So it's not like I'm saying 3,000 a month isn't a lot of money. It's just like for my ideal life, I don't need that much money. Do I think it's possible to have a lavish lifestyle as a trader if you man trade? Of course, definitely, 100%. Well, Jason, I mean, I'm sure, like, I don't think you have to be one or the other. Like, day trading is a job and investing is investing, it's passive. Like, I don't see why people are always, like, so against day trading. Just, like, are you against, like, having a job? Like, it's like, I don't know, having another career, but then also investing. Day trading is a simple career, it's a job, and then we should all be investing on the side. So like the two things are not mutually exclusive. You're not a day trader or an investor. Every day trader I know also an investor. Every serious day trader is also an investor. So there's no difference between the like I mean there's a huge difference, but they're not mutually exclusive. We're all like we could be all day traders, but we're pretty much all investors as well. But yeah, I mean, like it's a total different mindset, and yeah, that's why it's hard to talk about day trading because it's people, yeah, they know you're a day trader, and then they like instantly like 1,000 assumptions from Wolf of Wall Street movie, which has nothing to do with day trading. That's all about being a broker and selling pink sheets, which is basically a salesperson. People think about They think about Gordon Gekko. They think about it's like all these things that have nothing to do with day trading. No, finance is huge. I think that's the problem. Finance is such a big industry. Like one of my best friends, he's an investment banker. He works in finance, and I work in finance. We have zero in common in terms of what we do every day for work. So yeah, I don't know. Do I have a maximum share price cutoff for day trading a stock? Usually I stop trading stocks that are north of 500 million market cap. That's usually like my limit. But again, guys, if you do have more questions or you want to learn more about my strategy, I literally outline all of it right here at tradejournal.co/connect, right here in the foundation video series. And if you guys are totally new, don't forget to check out the Discord group. We love all the new people, and hopefully you guys become just, somebody that we know, somebody that we kind of talk to every single day in the Discord. Yeah. All right, guys, I think I'm out of here. What's my best day ever for day trading? It's a little north of $2,000 a month, or $2,000 for the day. So we got to get to the 3,000. We got to get to the 4,000. We got to get to the 5,000. We got 2021 is going to be a great year. It's going to be a crazy year. We're going to have big ups and downs. Hopefully our downs are going to be limited to 10% of our max at our average position size. But I'm looking forward to grow with you guys. Who knows what we're going to be doing in the future? Who knows what we're going to be doing 1, 2, 3 years from now? Maybe we're going to be doing some crazy stuff. Maybe we're going to make our own SPAC together. It's going to be fun. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. And if you're really butthurt about a certain stock or something, just, remember what happened to me with Playboy today. Selling right here, and then it goes up 28% plus. Freak me. Yeah, well, I've also had $2,000 red days, so, it's an up and down. Peace out, guys. I'm out of here. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Enjoy a beer or something. Unless you're, too young. Figure it out. Ciao, guys.